Hi guys, welcome back to the new vlog, and today let's do another charcoal portrait of a beautiful girl. So I've done the drawing and now using the charcoal powder to create a middle tone, and I'm also using a makeup brush which has very soft bristles and they are gentle to spread the charcoal powder to create that mid-tone so that I can play with the shadows and highlights. One of the advantages of the mid-tone is that you don't need to worry about the mid-tones. You can just create shadows with the dark pencil and highlights with an eraser, and you can play in between with a smudge stick or with a brush. So it's a playful process, and it also creates a beautiful texture. Now I'm using some alcohol to create a texture which I love, and also creating a raw feeling of paint as if it's dripping, so that the drawing will also look like a painting. I love this texture. I think for me this kind of texture also gives me a feeling of close to reality. you know I don't like the plastic feel, the artificial feel. That's why I try to use the texture. I am using General's 6B pencil, charcoal pencil, to create the shadows and drawing the features darker. And it's a slow process. You develop it slowly. You draw, erase, and you work in layers. And also a lot of patience is required for the process, because it's like making a house with bricks, concrete, wood, paint. You have to go slowly, gently, from light to dark. So I'm working on the features slowly, and now I'm using the kneaded eraser. This eraser is dustless and it only catches the dust, like catches the charcoal. So I'm creating the highlights with the eraser. Sometimes this eraser also works like a paintbrush. You are painting with an eraser, drawing with an eraser. So I'm erasing and looking it, observing the highlights from the reference image. Creating that feeling of 3 dimensions, the height, feeling of height of the nose. There are several values of shades in a face. So one have to observe those values, look closely, look for the light and shadow, and there are light in between the shadows. I'm working on lips. and there is no rush. I'm enjoying the process, slowly developing it, creating the mass. Now I'm using a 4B pencil of generals. 6B is sometimes it's too soft, and 4B is a little harder. So it depends on what kind of shade you want. If you want darker shades, then you can go with 6B because it's soft and dark, and if you want it light, then you can work with 4B. And 2B I mostly use for the drawing, the outline. Now I'm using a mono eraser, the pencil eraser. It's also a good tool to draw with an eraser. So I had that mid-tone. Now I'm using eraser to create the highlights, the teeth. After the highlights done, I will again work on the mid-tones and shadows wherever it will be necessary. I'm using General's charcoal stick 6B soft stick to fill the dark parts of the hair, because pencil takes a lot of time, so I'm using this stick. Now I'm giving some final touches. I think we are almost there. Just some final touches and rubs. Guys, here is the final product, the final portrait. I hope you enjoyed the process, and please do subscribe and like the video for more vlogs, more artworks, daily artworks. And thank you for your support and your time. Stay safe, stay home, take care, good night.